Hey guys, I guess about that time of the year. It's not as sunny as the last time I did some review for a bicycle. So here's a new addition for my family, my cycling family. So instead of actually, I was looking to buy something, you know, lighter than Marion that I had. I mean, I still have it. It's on sale, but I do, as I mentioned last time, I do about 24 miles a day to work and back. I do some rides on the weekend, but typically in the weekend I would ride my road bike, which is Giant Defy. And so I decided to buy something that I needed something comfortable. I need something light, something agile, something that will, really move with me and not against me. And so this is what I really did. As you can see, this is not, I mean, it looks like a stock bike, but it's really not. It's a custom built for me. I sourced practically every single part on this bike. So the frame itself, it's a titanium built. It's a Linsky GR260. It's the last year's gravel specific for disc brakes frame. It's light as a feather. It's compliant. It's stiff. Anyway, it's a dream to ride. Then I paired it with a really nice carbon fiber disc gravel specific whiskey fork. Nice latest edition of 105 hydraulic disc group set. Then it was the first time to try it out. This Ergon saddle that is made specifically for men, as they advertise. So they have a carbon option for this one, but I decided to go with whatever Thai mixed aluminum something, however they call it. It's $250 saddle. The reason why I decided not to go for a carbon seat post and the carbon railings is because, as you can see, instead of having a rack and a pannier bag, I decided to opt in for an Arkel saddle bag for bike packing, which is freaking incredible. Because of this rack right here, it doesn't move when you actually when you sprint and you rock the bike side to side. This thing stays right with you. It doesn't rock like the other saddlebags. Typically, you see wobbling left to right when somebody's sprinting from a traffic light or whatever. I was on the fence regarding the fenders, but I ride year round, so I needed some. Anyway, it's an incredible bike. If any of you is on the market for a titanium bike, I would definitely recommend looking into a Linsky. There's also Moots, I think, but Linsky lately started doing a lot of sales, like end of the year or summer or whatever the case is. So here you can see the entire bike right there. So yeah, I went for the this is Zip Ergo bars, which is a bit thicker on the top, so you can ride on the top with your hands. It's really comfortable. Again, the F3 mount, which is incredible. I really love it. Cycling set, awesome. I love this thing. The front and rear camera, I actually had a bunch of people asking me about the rear one. It's not a cheap one. The front one is like $270. The rear one is like $190 or something. It's not a cheap combo, but it's well worth it because the front one has about 6 to 7 hours of recording video with flashing light on medium intensity. Same with the rear one. It's a bit longer. I think it's about 8 hours instead of less. So that works well. Then the lock. So this is an Israeli company. I don't know if you can see that. Hold back. It's called a Foldy lock. Yeah, it's called a Foldy lock. It's an Israeli company. The lock is really convenient. I did, however, had to get one of those like a cage Rex. It's like a separator or adjuster, whatever you call that thing. It's called wolf tooth. It allows you to like move this thing entire up and down. So I needed to put it very down all the way to the bottom. So I got that thing here. Other than that, no issues. As you can see, the frame is ready for the Rex and for the fenders and everything else. So I think I finally, built the bike. I mean, again, you can go and buy a bike, but when you build a bike yourself, well, myself, I had my buddies at the bike truck in Brooklyn build the bike for me, but we worked tirelessly for several months, scouting and sourcing every single part and talking about, the weight of the bike entirely, which setup will work best, which setup will not work. Which was a great project, actually. It's really interesting to just source every single part by yourself and basically make it for you. Anyway, I hope that helps for people who consider titanium bikes. It's not a cheap endeavor, but what I found is if you go out and buy one, yeah, you'll spend like $5,000-6,000, but if you actually build it yourself and you're being very cautious about what you spend, how you spend, what kind of part you buy, where you buy it, do you have any specials, do you have any points with some bike store, whatever the case is, you'll end up saving thousands of dollars and getting an amazing bike that typically will cost you $5,000-6,000, all the way to like $3,500 to $4,000, sometimes maybe even lower than that. Anyway, I hope that helps. If anyone has any comments, questions about any part or any element on my bike, leave me a comment below the video and I'll always reply to you. Alright, thanks, have a good one, and be safe out there.